Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And incomplete to open things up.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Haskins. It's brought in by Doxson.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you just get
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Used to have a coaches tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hug. Check 13. Check 13.
Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a Big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
You. Hey, quarter. Check mine. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rosen will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That one good for 12 yards. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because
he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 27, Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Rosen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he tracked...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
He's going to go. Albert Wilson. 30. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2nd down, Haskins. Jackson with a grab over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Washington.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
52's the
On 1st down, Thompson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Haskins to throw it to Thompson on the screen.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Haskins.
To evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. A deep ball for Dotson. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. On third and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Redskins 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. To throw is Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Rosen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Switch. 80.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Monte Nicholson picks it. Parker unable to get that one. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. They go play action now. Haskins steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Spence in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing on second down. Haskins, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Haskins to throw, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Haskins going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
218, jump. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Showing up.
Right back to Drake. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Redskins 21, Dolphins 14.
Ready. 52. Hey, come on, now. Shit.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Grady Jarrett getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Throwing on third and long. Haskins escaping the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. Going deep here for Stills. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. He was looking that time for Stills. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go.
Now a toss. This is Geis. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rosen. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there, first down. Stills was second on the team a year ago to the now-departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans. And now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now it's 2nd down.
180. Quarter. 54.
I can't believe they let you play.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Mike, 180. Mike, 5-4. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Redskins 45, Dolphins 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 27, Rosen. Throw left side, complete. It's Drake. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a toss play. This is Walton. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cut!
Mike 55.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Out to the right here to Wilson. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen, and he hits Drake. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watch left. Tight end to the...
We got 4.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Here we go.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Your track.
One final shot here for Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, it's a much-needed victory.